Well, Stephen Reed's election as Montgomery's first African-American mayor has led to consequences for an Alabama real estate agent. I know you were there as one of the cars was towed away. Do we know whose car that was, whether it was one of the victims or the suspected shooter in this case? Here's what we know so far. Destiny Brown was last seen on North Bowling Avenue in Rutledge. Hard to imagine this story, but a Texas dad sprang into action, saving his kids from a huge alligator. Check out this scary close call. Shaping up to be a quiet start to the morning, but it is warm out there. It's feeling like July. Good morning to you. I'm Jalea Brooks.
And so it breaks off better.
I'm going to have you hold on to some of those tips. You have a lot of good information, I can tell, but I'm sure a lot of people have a lot of questions for you, too. They can ask us in that next segment coming up. There's so many things that B could stand for
I was
besides.
hoping it was bacon. That was my...
I was hoping it was bottomless mimosas.
Wow.
I feel like they could have changed it to so many more things. Breakfast, why not keep it simple? Talking about something pretty interesting with our friends over at News Talk 93.1, whether or not you like to compete with your coworkers. Well,
I
we're
want one of
hugs
these
even if
filthy
they
things
tell me
and I
not
get
to.
sick.
So.
That's a problem. That's why your HR meeting is going to be earlier this week. Well, on that note, guys, we're going to give you a virtual hug and send you on your way. One thing I was definitely looking forward to last night was stepping out this morning to very, very, very noticeable change in temperatures. Kind of had a breeze this morning.
And I still got a nice breeze out there, too.
Thank you, Ryan. Andrew, the next time you want him to rap, you got to give him a beat to get him started.
All right.
That's what'll do it. All right.
That means I want you to rap, Jalea.
Okay, no. Thanks for getting ready with Rising on Dallas. School starts in just about 4 weeks. I mean, it won't be long until you see these school buses hitting the roads again. But before the school buses hit the roads, we want to make sure that all of the Montgomery Public School kids have the tools for schools. Before going over the edge, everyone must go through a short safety demonstration. Last year, the fundraiser earned over $100,000. All right, I think I'm ready. I want to remind people that this is our 5th year for the Magical Christmas Toy Drive, and this year we just really want to knock it out of the park, guys, and you guys are really making that possible.
I never thought that we would be in a situation where we don't know anything.
There's a whirlwind of questions for these two mothers bonded by grief. Their sons, 29-year-old Atlanta-based rapper Edward Reeves, a.k.a. Bambino Gold, and his cousin, 30-year-old Kendrick Stokes, a promoter known as Schoolie, were last seen alive at the Alabama National Fair in Montgomery. Their bodies found 3 to 4 miles apart on County Road 13 in Macon County. But it's the details left unknown that are haunting 2 years later.
We have to think about, did they call on help? What was their last word? What did they last say? Did they ask for mama?
Their case sparked widespread attention, but both Aida Harris and Felicia Webster say they don't want their sons remembered for their deaths. Reeves leaves behind a 4-year-old son, and both had a passion for giving back, especially to young people.
Just had that loving, sweet personality, you know, had that big smile all the time.
They will always be silly and joking together all the time. They can come in a room and can light up a room.
Their lights dimmed too soon. Their moms hanging on to a flicker of hope that someone will come forward with the puzzle piece investigators need to change the case from cold to closed. Though after 2 years of what seems like silence, Harris says it's even harder to sort through the grief, anger, and frustration.
And as a mom that loves her child and loves all of my kids, and I'm out here fighting for other people and their kids, and then you take my son, you think you're going to get away with it. No, it is not going to happen. And I want people to know, I mean this with all of my heart. I'm never going to rest until my son gets justice. EJ deserves that. Kendrick deserves that.
And the two say the message that they both want to leave with anyone that can help solve this case is that you would be a hero in their eyes. They tell me they have reached out to investigators with Montgomery's recently formed cold case unit for answers. I reached out as well to ask about any leads in the case. An official told me it's still an active case and being handled by Aaliyah. You feel a personal responsibility to help clean up your community. Why is that?
Because it's Selma. I love Selma. I've been here all my life.
LaMarcus Snow and his crew have been mowing through overgrown cemeteries, parks, cleaning city streets, and picking up trash all across Selma. He owns his own lawn care service, but he's been doing this work for free.
I was working at Hyundai Transformers in Montgomery, Alabama. I was having to take my paycheck and pay my workers. You know, I just mostly, I just started something and I'm a finishing.
Project Clean Up Selma, that is. Snow stepped up to fill a need that he says was brought on in part by a shortage of city workers. Nearly 70 city employees were laid off in November 2018. Many of those positions still vacant. Alabama News Network first caught Snow in action last month as he and his guys cleared Lincoln Cemetery, left overgrown and neglected.
Grass this high, paper, drink paper, sticks just thrown all over everybody's graves, trees grown outside the graves, covering the graves up, grass covering up the graves. It was just in a mess.
Since then, his momentum has been growing like weeds, and Selma residents are taking notice.
I think it's phenomenal that he's getting the credit that he's due, and he's a great young man, and to God be the glory.
He says local businesses have stepped up to help out with donations, even offering up lawn equipment for his cause. And as he's balancing the free community cleanup with his blooming full-time business, we know that every little bit counts.
On behalf of Vance Law Firm and the Alabama News Network, I would like to present you with $333.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you.
And in true pay-it-forward fashion, he was proud to say that just about all of that money will be used to pay employees that are helping beautify his hometown.
And I can take the $33 and give me a meal or something. That's I appreciate the donation, but I'm putting it right back into the community.
Now, if you know of someone you'd like to nominate for Pay It Forward, head to our website, alabamanews.net, and look for the link in the Check It Out section of our homepage. If your nominee is chosen, they'll receive $333 from the Vance Law Firm and Alabama News Network.